It concerns me, William, that the to love, honour and obey portion of the wedding vow was shortened to love and obey. No, actually, it wasn't love and obey, was it? It was to love and honour. Had it been love and obey, well, I wouldn't have minded, but this is not something that I'm going to have to live with, so I don't mind. Except for the fact that you're my friend, and I do have a certain responsibility to point out that that obey part was pretty much your strongest ally in the marriage. Like I said, I'm sure you have your own reasons for omitting that, but what that vow amounts to now is to love and honour with the option to disobey. C'est la vie. I think we can still save the marriage though. Well, mainly you. What I did, William, when I got married was slightly different. In contrast to what you've done, not only did I insist that obey be stated in the wedding ceremony, but I insisted that it be the most important rule in the premarital contract. And a rule so important that breaking it, disobeying in other words, would be tantamount to annulling the marriage altogether. Slight difference to what you and Kate have done. As long, William, as you can instill in Katie the importance of obedience being integral to the success of the marriage, I think this marriage will survive time, tribulation, illness, all those things we have to look forward to. I worked at showing Wanda what it meant to me, what it meant to the marriage, how important it was to have this obedience as a fulfilling our marriage. I'd say things like this: "Oh, Wanda, good, I'm glad you took care of that." And she'd say, "What?" The garbage." "What do you mean, took care of the garbage?" I took it out." "Yeah, I'm just saying thank you, Wanda." And she'd say, "Yeah, but I always take it out." And I'd say, "Yeah, but I asked you to take it out before 8, and it's not even 7:45 yet, and it's already on the sidewalk, so thank you." And she'd say, "Well, I always take it out before 8. I just want to say thank you for addressing that issue. It became a little bit of a problem for me because I thought, we'd miss pick up, and you're right on top of it. So I seem to remember asking you to do that, and it looks like you've been doing it, and I just want to say thank you. That's all. It means a lot to me." And I'd reinforce that in words and actions. I'd give her a little kiss on the cheek, caress her back and stuff like that. The kiss, the caress. To instill in the spouse the importance of obedience to the husband, through positive reinforcement. Sometimes I'd give her cards. "Thank you for da-da-da-da. Thank you for doing this." All instilling the sense of the importance of obedience in the marriage. I think you get the point, William. I don't want to go on and on about that. But anyway, I appreciate it all the same and your promptness in addressing the issue, no matter what it is. She makes the bed. She brings flowers home, whatever. Just use that. I appreciate the thoughtfulness and the consideration and you following through on what I requested. And use positive reinforcement, because William, that she's going to be working on you. She's going to be using her subtle female wiles in order to elicit obedience from you. So you get a leg up, mate. You start early. Begin now. Don't put it off, William. No, it's not really a race, but it sort of is, kind of. So begin early with the obedience training, and don't share this audio with Katie, alright? I'm sure that she's not sharing her advice from her friends with you, alright? Just get a leg up, mate, alright? As if that wasn't your best wedding gift so far, jot these tips down. Don't get overly attached to sex with Katie. I'm not saying have sex outside of the marriage. But what I'm saying, William, is don't get overly attached to sex. Because what might happen is she may eventually withhold sex from you or threaten to do so as a manipulative device. I'm not saying she would do that, but you don't want to put yourself in that precarious situation and be all squirmy about it. It's much better to be in a position where you can laugh it off and say something like, sex? We don't even have sex, so whatever. You might as well be threatening to refuse me piggyback rides up and down the staircases, or threatening me with disobedience if she were to withhold non-existent sex. Of course, the smart way to go about it would be to go, oh gosh, no, not that, don't. No, Katie, no, don't withhold the sex, please. I can't tolerate, no, I can't take that. Can't you think of something less severe? I don't know what to do without the sex. You know I need it. Can't do without it. And then you act like you're sulking and morose like, and you hobble off to your room all dejected. You close the door quietly behind you. And then go ahead and start polishing your jewels, your crown, whatever you've got there. You know, enjoy. Score. You're the prince. Be princely. Be princely. How does that English adage go? I heard Prince say it once. He who dances the dance is the king of the... He who most princely is forget it. Next point. If she catches you reading one of her fashion magazines in the loo, or worse still, if she catches you reading a girly magazine, any porno, turn it into your favour. Look at the page with disgust, shock and consternation and say, gosh, I can't believe there was a time when I actually found these glamour girls attractive. I don't know what I saw in them. I just don't see anything appealing about it. It's just... Do me a favour, can you throw this away? Not if it's her magazine. If it's your magazine, ask her to throw it away. If it's hers, just slam it down somewhere and follow through with, I used to fantasize about girls like this. Not anymore, Katie. Not with you. Not with you in my life. And wait for the batting eyelashes and the look of love. Don't sculpt your eyebrows, Willie. Don't do any refurbishing where you've got that retreat of the polar ice cap, where you've got that thermal warming effect on the cranium, all right? It's not only royal, but it's dignified and macho to have some skin patches on your head, all right? It doesn't look like mange. It looks very dignified, especially on you. I've seen the pictures from above, the aerial view, phenomenal. It suits you. It says a lot. And it's a credit to the royal family to have that. Don't cover that up with anything. Leave it. Don't cover it. Don't implant. Don't wear anything on it. Don't spray paint it. Leave it. Be macho about it. Be macho. Be royal and regal. Downplay all physical similarities with mum. So it goes without saying, don't grow your hair out at any point. And do you risk looking like your dad? I'm not saying he's not a good look. He's not a bad looker, your dad. I'm saying at the risk of, because of what the public says. But I find him to be quite a fetching, a handsome man. All right. Some people say he looks a bit like Mousy. I don't see that at all. The ears, they protrude. But you know what? He was man enough to keep them that way. He didn't have them pinned back. So, he's a man. He's royal, he's regal. And he hasn't covered up that patch on his head either. So, regal, royal, dignified, official looking, princely. Mighty Mao Tse-tung has nothing on him. Next, under no circumstances are you to ever use any of her cosmetics. And you don't want her buying you a line of male cosmetics either. Don't do that. And even if she says, yeah, men are doing it nowadays, you say, yeah, pansy men. I can hardly wait for the day when men wear stockings. maybe I'll get a nice pair for myself, Katie. Now, on second thoughts, I'm going to keep it royally macho, as my buddy Marital told me to. That's my boy, William. That's what I like to hear from you. Next, once in a while, start your day with a nice big foamy beer. And it doesn't have to be beer, as long as Katie thinks you're drinking beer. It just makes you look more rugged. Just get apple cider or something, make froth. And if she says, what are you doing, William? You just tell her, sometimes I drink beer in the morning. So that's how I start my days sometimes. And act recklessly once in a while. Curse once in a while. Damn the royal cook, or damn the royal family. No, don't go. No, it's something, whatever. She's got to see your fire. She's got to see you're unpredictable and you got nerve. You know. She's got to see that. Pick up a vase. Pretend you're going to smash it into the wall. Grab a textile. Crumple it. Nudge a statue like you're going to topple it over. Pick up an ornament and squeeze it. And for the sake of all of your drinking buddies down here at the Master's Voice pub, I hope that Katie went into this marriage knowing full well and clearly that it's bros before hoes. Because you can't lose your Friday nights out. That's your right. She has to know that, William, all right? I hope that she knows that. That it is bros before hoes. Also, insist that Katie address you by your proper title, Prince William, even when it's indoors, in privacy. Because eventually, what's going to happen, you see, she's going to go out and make some public appearance, and she's going to refer to you as Billy Boy. You don't want that. No, you don't want to disgrace your title, your position, your status. Be princely, William. So even indoors, she has to refer to you not as Willie, Will, Bill, Billy, Billy Boy, whatever, Willy Wonka. It has to be Prince William under all circumstances, in all situations. Katie, I am still a prince. Please address me as such. Okay, Prince William. Thank you, Katie. You're welcome, Prince William. Much, much better. I do so much appreciate when you honour me that way. So even though you kind of are obeying me, you're not really doing it to be obedient, but to be honourable. That's all I'm saying.